Good morning and welcome to the Morning Scoop. My name is Samantha Gould.
And I'm Sabrina Morse. And I'm sure all of you have been keeping up with the latest news on the BP oil spill. And Samantha, how do you think the media portrayed this incident?
Well, in the beginning, I thought that they weren't going far enough. I thought that they could have gotten more information and figured out what was going on, what was the problem. They should have gone deeper, I thought. But after reading a few magazine articles, I think they definitely covered the issue and possibly went a little too far with it. According to National Wildlife Federation magazine, they were definitely trying to evoke emotion, 100%. The way they put facts about the birds, how many animals were dying, just everything that was going on about wildlife. We know that everyone was affected by it, but they went detail after detail after detail. For example, the birds that were alive when they found them was about 2,000.
Alright, and how do you think they're going to be able to stop this?
Well, according to Time magazine, the media got so involved with the whole situation that the president was able to get involved with it because he felt the need that he needed to fix it, obviously. So he quotes that BP is responsible for fixing their disaster. They spilled it, they made the mess, they're going to fix it. So they're going to have to clean it. They're going to have to do it themselves. They're going to have to get involved. None of our taxes are going to be taken out to fix this mess. But President Obama does say that he will help with any community issues. If anything goes wrong on land, he will help fix it. But they need to fix the spill. They need to stop it. They need to get that all fixed. So I think that BP will end up finding a way to stop that leak. And they will be the ones paying for it.
Furthermore, we have other special guests lined up to bring us more coverage.
And we'll get to that shortly after this break.
With our special guest, Angela D. Angela, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a local reporter from Louisiana. I specialize in television, and I've been investigating the BP oil spill a lot lately.
All right, and how do you think, media does tend to over-exaggerate, and what do you think that has influenced on our watchers?
Well, TV especially, it gets the word out, and a lot more people are more familiar with the subject. And it's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, it gets it out and it gets people helping, but it kind of gets people a little upset and more frustrated and scared at the same time, which may not be needed.
Yes, indeed. And can you tell us a little bit about your findings?
Well, I've had a lot of findings. I could sit here and talk about it all day, but I think I'll just play the little clip I had set up for this and have the audience watch.
Great.
The media coverage on the BP oil spill was tremendous. When the story broke out, every single news channel had it on almost every single TV. From CNN to NBC to even Fox News, it was everywhere you turn the channel. Depending on the news channel, anchors, and the people talking about the incident, the views changed. Some said that the oil spill will be over within a few months. Some said the environment will never recover and will never be the same. Depending on the channel and the expert, we never know what's going to happen. CBS reports it was the worst disaster ever, a lot worse than Katrina. Good Morning America says companies are blaming each other for the situation and isn't sure who exactly is accountable for this mess, but we need to solve it immediately. Good Morning America was a little confused, but Fox reports stand up for BP, explaining how the federal government needs to take action and help BP out. A local Texas news channel says that BP is at fault for this incident. It could have been prevented if only they changed the batteries on the blowout preventer. BP themselves sent a representative to air on ABC. He stated, "Any losses from fishermen around the Gulf or any other people will be compensated. We ensure everything will get fixed, and we have already hired experts from all over to help make sure things are back right and never happen again." With the mixed emotions about the BP oil spill, TV channels from all over were confused about the incident. Some say the environment will recover, some say they won't. As for now, we have noticed that the environment is still recovering from this incident, and hopefully this will never happen again.
Thank you, Angela, for that wonderful insight. I'm Andrea Lother,
I'm Danielle Angelopoulos.
and we're on site by the oil spill. Like expert Angela D. mentioned previously about television, the newspapers make the situation out to be much worse than it is, too. While the Huffington Post remained mostly objective, providing almost nothing over, other than oh my god. Thank you, Angela, for that wonderful insight. I'm Andrea Lother,
I'm Danielle Angelopoulos.
and we're on site by the oil spill. Like expert Angela D. previously mentioned about television, the newspapers make the situation out to be a lot worse than it is as well. While the Huffington Post remained mostly objective, providing almost nothing other than facts, the newspapers have been extremely biased. The Huffington Post managed to update its audience on a mostly fact basis and threw in only one opinion stating that the spill could become the worst in history. Whereas the South Florida Sun-Sentinel gave a broad range of opinions from experts and non-experts alike, with comments that could evoke empathy from the most cold-hearted of viewers, as "We've seen the oil covering the turtles so thick they could barely move, could hardly lift their heads, and turtles just take a long time to die," and then randomly placing facts that don't fit the article. Then newspapers such as the Wall Street Journal don't focus on the event or its effects on the environment and society, but merely discuss the effects on the economy and what the costs would end up being. Danielle, did you find this kind of subjectivity in the radio?
Yes, I did actually, especially with the Texas Public Radio. They pointed out that BP was it was completely their fault that this disaster has happened, and repeatedly say that this is the biggest natural disaster that has ever happened that U.S. has to face. And even Admiral Tad Allen, he said that we were having help from foreign nations such as Dutch in helping the spill, and Obama, I actually like his take on this because it's not, oh, we have this big problem, but more of an optimistic approach.
Thank you for joining us today, and that was your Morning Scoop.